if you've ever dazzled your local arcade inhabitants with your hard-driving prowess, or simply enjoyed a waggle of your joystick in the privacy of your own bedroom, this is the show you've been gagging for. Now, joining me in the commentary box, from Mean Machines and Computer and Video Games magazine, is world-famous computing celebrity Julian Jazza Rigno. Julian, welcome to GamesMaster.
Hello.
If you take that back to Edgware with you and you can put it in your hand and walk proud and erect through the high street. Thank you very much, Daniel Blake. This week it's time to smear ketchup on your hot dog as we look at movie conversions. George Bush does it, Prince William started to do it, New Kids on the Block do it together, and so does Betty Boo. They all play their Game Boy. However, not content with merely owning the most pleasurable 6 inches of hardware money can buy, Game Boy owners are now customising their beloved handhelds. Well, John's got every right to be unhappy because he's missed out on the chance of our fabulous golden throbbing GamesMaster joystick. Now, Tony, I look at you and the word mature springs to mind. Is there a gap in the market for the older games player?
Well, the kids don't get a look in these days, really. I mean, a lot of people are going in there to use these machines as sort of stress relievers and so on. It's good after a hard day's work to unwind a bit. Okay,
well, I've had a hard day myself. Let's hope you relieve my tension, Tony. And now, while Alex gets to grips with this humongous possession, we're all going to take a look at this week's reviews. And now for this week's hardware feature. Sometimes all there is between gaming success and failure is the power of your handpiece. Tonight we look at 3 of the latest gimmicks which may just turn you from a limp joystick fiddler into a gargantuan games player. Thank you very much and welcome to GamesMaster. Now I know it's cold out there, but if you set your chilly bits out in front of this show, they'll thaw out in no time. For this is the programme that is to television what a knob of hot butter is to a crumpet. And here to pound their balls along the baseline tonight, we have Saeed Hersey from Mile End, and he'll be taking on former British ladies #1, Annabelle Croft. Right, you got quite a firm right hand, Saeed, yeah? After the break, for some new balls and some soft forehands. Yeah. Annabelle, I know you've won many prizes already in tennis, but none as prestigious or indeed large as this one. You have won our amazing, mystical golden joystick. Now, I don't know where you're going to put that, but I'm sure you can have lots and lots of endless hours of fun with that. Now, I think I feel like a bit of a boy-girl-boy situation. So, Scott, if you play first, with Dola in the middle, and George, you can bring up the rear. Lovely, thank you. Hello and welcome to GamesMaster. If you're tuning in for the first time, where have you been? But my, how tall you're getting. You're 4 weeks late, but we've all taken turns keeping the slot warm for your arrival. So, sit yourself down, have a mug of chamomile, get out your joystick and give it a loving caress, because that's what we'll be doing here for the next half hour. And revving up the aisle with his hands on his throttle for this challenge, having burned rubber all the way from Dartford, Richard Wiltshire. And riding pillion with me in the pulpit, no stranger to leathers himself, is Sega Power's Neil West. Welcome, Neil.
Thanks, Dominik.
What went wrong for you?
Well, obviously the crash. I had no time to practice my green cross code as I went through the intersection. I had to go flat out to win.
Right.
I was unlucky there was a car coming at the same time.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we can't offer you our prize, but have you enjoyed coming to play GamesMaster?
It's been a great laugh.
Well, we've enjoyed seeing you streak through the forest, Richard. GamesMaster, the show which has made the 6:30 slot its own and is responsible for more sprained wrists than the lovely Julia Roberts. Now, DuckTales may look like a cute and rather fluffy game, but let me tell you, in the Himalayas, there's lots of dangerous chili bits. So while Scott gets to grips with his large possession, let's go and check out the reviews of all the latest new games. Our 3 games this week are linked by the word funk. And to play this challenge, we're very lucky to have with us Neighbour's very own Matt Robinson. Please give a moist GamesMaster welcome for Ashley Pass. Welcome to GamesMaster, Ashley. How are you? I'm very well. Now, Ashley, we know all about the acting prowess of the Neighbours cast, but what's your game-playing skills like?
Not very good. Well, I'm not bad. I have like a video game thing at home, you know, so I might be okay.
You enjoy a waggle of your joystick now and then?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll waggle whenever I can.
Hello. You may be wondering why I'm playing with my organ in a crowded church. Well, this is GamesMaster, television's only video game magazine show, coming to you from the only church in the country where Harry Seacombe is too fat to fit through the door. But nevertheless, we've managed to squeeze an ample portion into tonight's slot, with news, tips and game reviews guaranteed to have people stealing from their parents' purses to purchase them. And attempting to keep his balls out of the bunker and in the holes in our first challenge is Mark Boduano. And trying to keep me on the fairway is my own little handicap, Neil West from Sega Power. Welcome, Neil.
Thanks very much, Dominic.
Now, Mick, you can take that home, and I'm sure you could do a lot of damage with something like that.
I'm sure it could do a lot of damage to someone, yeah. So I shall gladly accept this on behalf of Capital FM, because I think, well, actually what we'll do, Pat, we'll put this in the Capital Foyer in London so everyone can come up and have a gaggle at my joystick.
Firstly, the prize that everybody wants to get their hands on, our special, humongous, golden GamesMaster joystick. And joining me for a furious thrash in the pulpit is Neil West from Sega Power. Welcome, Neil.
Hi.
Hello and welcome to GamesMaster, the kind of show that your mother warned you about and your granny kept under a favourite chair next to her mint humbugs. Games reviews, tips and challenges, and a lovely little souffle recipe from my Auntie Mauritia all add up to a piping hot show delivered warm into your inviting lap. Now, for the first of our game playing challenges, let's go over to a man who's had my Auntie's souffle and come back for more, the GamesMaster. And as Chevron and his joystick stride majestically into the sunset, we'll take a look at this week's reviews. This week, hold on tight and try not to eject as we look at flight simulations. First up, on the Amiga, get high as a kite with Birds of Prey. Emily, commiserations. You started off pitching like a dream, but then Pat started banging you all over the ballpark. What went wrong?
Well, I think my girls, they couldn't keep their eye on the ball. I think they had their eyes on the other team.
Very understandable. Pat, you big bully. You smashed your poor wife into far reaches never even explored by baseballs. Our contestants for this challenge have a somewhat Oedipal bent to them. A father and son contest. Who can keep the nerve in the sudden death playoff? Nigel, if I can start with you, Nigel, it's very good to see, how shall I say, the older games player on the show. Who plays the most games in the house then?
Oh, he does, definitely.
Right, but you still wrestle the joystick off him now and again?
Constantly. Can't keep away from it.
Okay. Next up on the Game Boy, one-on-one action as you rim and slam dunk with the best of them in NBA All-Star Basketball. The GamesMaster, lads.
Dominic?
Now, Gary, if I could turn to you first, how confident are you for this fight? Have you been training hard?
Yeah, I'm quite confident. I've been training really hard, you know, at 6 every morning, taking the steroids every day.
Thank you and welcome to a very sad occasion. Like Liberace, I've tinkered with my last ivory, for tonight sees the final GamesMaster in the series. Over the last 10 weeks, we've introduced television to the joys of video gaming. And we hope we've shown some people the neon delights of arcade ecstasy while satisfying the cravings of the most rampant joystick tuggers. This week, whoops, Vicar, it's time to send Granny out of the room as we look at adult games. First up on the Amiga, Mrs. Whitehouse's favourite, Deluxe Strip Poker 2.
I can't see the pleasure in seeing these rather unattractive people when you could buy a magazine of better looking people with no clothes on, but it's a good fun card game and it's good fun to get out at a party.
There are also data discs available with male characters on for all those unfortunate girlfriends and wives so that they don't feel too left out.
When the novelties are worn off about stripping, it's actually a very good game.
Next up, also on the Amiga, inscrutable oriental puzzles with an attempt at titillation in Geisha.
Teasingly titled, but actually a little bit tame at the end of the day.
You're going to be fidgeting whether you've bought it as an adventure game or as a piece of adult entertainment. It just doesn't really deliver.
It's a fun game, a bit long and drawn out really to be commercially viable.
And lastly, fueling the fantasies of balding pot-bellied PC owners everywhere, Leisure Suit Larry 5.
It's really good fun. It delivers in an adult way on a humour front, and it's fairly fruity as well.
The graphics are excellent. This is a really fun and a challenging game.
So for the last time, I slip on my smoking jacket and take a melancholy mug of rosehip. And I can only wish that one day we'll resume our blossoming relationship. Good night.
see you anon.
Now for those details about the GamesMaster Club. We have free t-shirts, new competitions and posters with information about the show. The number to call, and please dial carefully, is 0891 600 123. Calls are charged at 36p a minute off-peak and 48p at all other times. If you're under 18, please ask permission before making the call.